Rocky, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about The School for Good and Evil and Book 2, The School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes. And I'm not sure how long this series is going to be. I know there's another third book in the works. But these are the first two books of the series. I've been planning to do this review for quite a while, so let's get started. The first book is The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chanani. Sorry if I pronounce the names wrong. We know everyone does it. It's okay. So this is about a girl named Sophie and another girl named Agatha. And it starts out that they're in this village, and it starts out in Sophie's point of view to begin with. And she's beautiful. She's got long blonde hair. She wears pretty dresses. She also thinks a lot about her looks, and she has been in this village. There's every 4 years, the school master comes from the school somewhere in the woods, but they can never get to it, and takes two children, one for the School of Evil and the other for the School of Good. Sophie, unlike all the other children, wants to be taken. She wants to be taken to the School of Good. She wants her fairy tale. She wants her Prince Charming. And she does everything in her power to try to be the best that she can for good. But we, the reader, can see from the beginning that though she thinks her deeds are good, they aren't truly good. It's all to do with vanity, and she doesn't see that. But her friend Agatha, who the town considers a witch already because of her mother, is like Sophie's only friend. And Sophie is being her friend, she says, because it's a good deed to be someone's friend who isn't who doesn't have any friends. And so Sophie and Agatha hang out, and Agatha just wants her friend to not go anywhere. So Agatha keeps an eye on Sophie, and when Sophie does get taken, Agatha gets taken as well. And they go to this school for good and evil, except not everything is like Sophie pictured. Agatha gets dropped off in the school for good, and Sophie gets dropped off in the school for evil. Now, I won't ruin any plots or tell the ending of the book, but in this School for Good and Evil, it's basically Sophie's whole plan is to get to the side of the School of Good and switch with Agatha to where the rightful place is, or so she thinks, and get her Prince Charming. There's a prince there named Tedro, and who Sophie likes. Agatha can't stand him, or at least at first, and tries to help Sophie get her Prince Charming. And that's throughout the whole book. Things go awry, and of course, with the schoolmaster and everything, there's secrets hidden, and not everything is exactly good and evil. There are shades of gray. My favorite character throughout both of these books is, she's a girl from the School of Evil, and her name's Hester. And she has a tattoo on her chest of like an evil skull, winged skull thing. And anyway, the power she holds is she can have this thing come off her body, this little demon thing, and attack people. And I just think it's so cool. But Hester she's kind of, like, she's all about evil. She tries to teach Sophie how to be evil. And Hester wants to be the top of the evil chain. She wants to be, the captain of the school for evil. And Sophie gets in the way sometimes because she gets some good grades. Because you have to have the top grade to become captain in the second year, I believe it is. Because it's like a high school. You have 4 years through these schools. And at the end of 4 years, you will, like, for evil, you'll be either the head honcho of, like, an evil queen or something, or something top that's evil. If you only do good, like get so-so grades, you become a henchman for the top evil person. And if you get, like, really bad marks and almost, or basically fail all the time, you become a plant or an animal or something that helps the evil side in some way. And this goes for the same in the School of Good. If you get top grades all throughout, you become prince or princess, get your happy ever after. If you only do so-so, you become, like, a village person or something that helps the prince or princess in their quest to get their happily ever after. And if you get poor grades, failing grades basically, you become an animal or plant that helps the prince or princess. And not all of these animals like being animals, we also find out in this, when Agatha turns one of the animals back to human. And so back to Hester. Hester wants to be top captain of the evil side. Well, Sophie ruins that when she starts coming into her evilness. I just like Hester's character. She's not all that she seems. She is evil, and she can have her evil ways, and she's quite mischievous. But there is some good to her. We especially see that in the second book, The School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes. In the second book, I don't know if this is considered a spoiler or anything. I do not know. I'm not going to tell you how they get there, but in the beginning of this second book, they're back in their village. Usually when they're taken, they don't come back to the village, but like I said, there's some things that go on, and they do. They get back to the village, or they start off in the village in the second book, and their whole thing is Agatha isn't as happy as she claims she is, and they have to go back to the School for Good and Evil. But it's not like it was in the first book. It's not the School for Good and Evil. It's the school for boys and girls. It's boys versus girls in this. And in this one, Hester tries to help it become what it used to be. Become the School for Good and Evil again. Because Hester doesn't like being in the girls' school. Because she has to deal with princes and little, it's just not like how she wanted it. So Hester helps out a lot in this book. She does in the first one as well. It's just more of a personal game for her. She wants someone that's not going to beat her all the time. She's just upset that she's not captain. In the second book, the School for Good and Evil are obliterated, so she can't be captain in this second year either. And it's pissing her off. She wants to just go back to things and be captain and have everything back to the way it was. Because now there's like a war versus men and women, or boys and girls, and for the whole fairy tale kingdom as well. And the whole point is to get them back to the way they were. This book does leave off in like a cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to see what the third one's about and how everything will change. Um, in this one, you see there's a lot of secrets between Sophie and Agatha. And Agatha's just finding out what she wants out of life, what she truly wants. At first, she thought Sophie and her could just be friends, and that would be that, and they could have their happily ever after like that. But there's more to life that she wants than just a friend, and she's just learning that. And Sophie's having a hard time accepting that. She wants her Prince Charming since Agatha's getting her Prince Charming. And basically Sophie gets jealous, and things go from there, from bad to worse, basically. And there's a new headmaster that creates this rift between them even more. That I believe if they only did some talking, again, this is throughout the whole book, if you only talked to each other, things wouldn't come to this, and they would talk things out, I think. And it wouldn't just get all frustrated and then get mad and everything. But we'll see how the third one goes. I have said before that in these two books there are some sexual innuendos. Or at least maybe I have a dirty one. I don't know. I think Goodreads, I gave both of these books a 5 out of 5. I really liked these, and I really do plan to continue with both of these, or this series. And that's all I've got. I might have another video review up later, but that's all I got. Talk to you later. Bye.